There is an ancient secret hidden in the very first moment a man lays eyes on you. A secret so powerful it could reveal whether his soul belongs to you, or whether he will vanish into the shadows of uncertainty. For centuries, women have searched for signs, combing through words, gestures, glances, yearning to know, does he truly love me? But what if I told you that the answer lies in the instant he greets you? In the subtle currents swirling beneath a simple hi, there exists a code older than civilization itself. Carl Jung, the brilliant Swiss psychoanalyst, discovered that within each of us lives a constellation of ancient symbols, archetypes, that shape how we love, how we desire, and how we reveal our truest intentions without speaking a single word. And modern neuroscience has finally caught up, proving that in the very first seconds of greeting, a man's body betrays secrets he himself doesn't consciously know. This discovery could transform your entire love life. And today, I will show you how to unlock it. Before we go any further, I want you to pause and join me in a ritual. Type the word awakened into the comments below. Not just as a word, but as a decree to the universe. You're declaring that you're ready to activate your hidden perception, the sacred feminine intuition that has lived inside your cells for thousands of years. When you type awakened, you send a signal not only into the digital world, but into your own neural pathways, priming your mind to recognize the silent language of love. So do it now. Type awakened, and open the door to the secrets that have been waiting for you all along. Carl Jung believed that every human being carries within them the collective unconscious, a deep, invisible ocean of memories, instincts, and symbolic patterns that stretch back through the corridors of human history. He spoke of archetypes, the lover, the warrior, the mother, the king, forces older than time itself, shaping how we walk through the world and how we connect with each other. And nowhere are these archetypal energies more potent than in love. From the dawn of civilization, the greeting between a man and a woman has been more than social politeness. It was once an act of sacred recognition, a ritual where two souls tested the magnetic field between them to discover if destiny or the gods or the stars were pulling them together. In the ancient temples of Egypt, priestesses were trained to read a man's eyes, his breath, the tremor in his voice. In Greece, philosophers spoke of kairos, the perfect, fateful moment when the universe opens a window and two souls meet on the edge of eternity. Today, modern neuroscience has placed these same truths under the lens of the brain scanner. Scientists have found that the human brain releases a flood of neurochemicals, dopamine, norepinephrine, oxytocin, the moment we see someone who stirs our desire. Tiny muscles fire in the face, pupils widen, our breath subtly synchronizes with theirs. These signals erupt before any words are spoken. We're not consciously choosing to reveal our attraction. It spills out from the unconscious, as unstoppable as the tide. Jung suspected this over 100 years ago. He understood that beneath polite smiles lies a hidden current of signals, whispering truths about longing and love. And so, my dear, the greeting, the moment he says hello, is not just a greeting. It's a cosmic portal, a collision point of fate, biology, and archetype. And today, I will help you step into this portal and see what few women ever dare to see. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You walk into a room. Maybe it's a bustling office, a quiet cafe, or a sunlit hallway where the afternoon light glows like amber. And then you see him. Time seems to ripple as though the air itself grows thick and luminous between you. Your skin tingles. A sudden warmth blooms in your chest, as though an invisible current has surged from his body into yours. You catch his eyes, and for a split second, it feels like the world forgets to breathe. Have you ever felt that? That strange slowing of time when you lock eyes with a man, and it's as if the moment stretches open like a doorway? As though the universe is conspiring, leaning closer to witness what might unfold? Perhaps it's a gentle shiver along your spine, or the sense that your pulse has begun to beat in a secret rhythm, echoing his. Did you ever wonder why his voice suddenly sounds different around you? Or why his body seems to hover nearer, pulled as if by an invisible thread? These are not coincidences. These are signals. They are whispers from the depths of the limbic brain, the most ancient part of our being, where primal truths dwell. They are clues dropped by the unconscious, scattered like breadcrumbs for the woman brave enough to follow them. And yet so many women miss them. Because we've been taught to look for words, for logical explanations, for certainty we can measure. But the body speaks first. And love, true love, always speaks in a silent language before it dares speak out loud. So I ask you, have you been listening? Because today, I am about to share with you something I have only ever shared with my private clients, women who have unlocked a new realm of certainty and love. Today, I will reveal the 7 secret signs that a man is falling in love with you, even if he doesn't admit it to himself. Signs that only a rare, awakened woman can perceive. These 7 signs are hidden in the moments he greets you, in the way his body hesitates, the way his eyes drink you in, the way his energy coils toward yours like a magnet seeking true north. Most women walk past these signals every day, never noticing the treasure buried beneath a simple hello. But not you. Not anymore. Because once you know these signs, you will carry a secret map, a key to unlocking the mysteries of any man's heart. So stay with me, because we are about to step into the realm where ancient wisdom meets modern science, and where love finally reveals its hidden face. The first secret sign is the micro-hesitation. Picture this. You step into view, and for a breath of a second, he freezes. His eyes widen almost imperceptibly. His lips part as though a word is caught in his throat. It's not a clumsy pause of shyness, it's something deeper. A microsecond of war between desire and composure. Inside his brain, your presence has triggered a flood of dopamine, the very same neurotransmitter that fuels obsession, passion, and the sweet agony of wanting. His reward circuits light up like constellations in the night sky. And yet, another part of his mind fights to maintain the mask of cool indifference society expects of him. This clash between primal longing and social control creates that tiny glitch in time, a brief paralysis of his entire being. My client Julia once believed her boss barely noticed her. But then she learned about this micro-hesitation. The next time she greeted him, she saw it. A flicker, a soft gasp, a pause. Within 2 weeks, he was confessing feelings he'd hidden for years. Remember, that tiny freeze is not rejection. It's the raw signature of a man's inner chaos, the storm that love stirs inside him. Look for it, feel for it. It's the spark that separates casual interest from soul-deep desire. The second secret sign is unconscious mirroring. Our bodies are ancient instruments, wired with mirror neurons that compel us to mimic those we feel connected to. When a man is falling for you, he unconsciously shapes himself to your rhythm. If you tilt your head, he tilts his. If you cross your arms, moments later, he may do the same. This isn't performance. It's his nervous system echoing yours in a silent ballet of attraction. Carl Jung would call this a manifestation of synchronicity, a mysterious alignment that occurs when 2 souls vibrate in harmony. Modern neuroscience confirms it's the result of the brain's empathy circuits trying to draw 2 beings closer together. A woman named Emily once told me she thought her date was distant, but she noticed that whenever she leaned forward, he did too. Whenever she played with her necklace, his hand hovered at his own collar. Within a month, he was telling her she was the only woman who truly got him. Watch for the mirror. When a man unconsciously matches your movements, it's his primal brain screaming, "We belong to the same tribe. I want to belong to you." The third secret sign is pupil dilation. Your eyes are portals into your deepest unconscious. When you see something or someone that ignites desire, your pupils widen, drinking in as much of that person as possible. It's pure biology, governed by the autonomic nervous system. It cannot be faked. It cannot be controlled. When a man greets you and his pupils flare open like black suns, it's because his brain's limbic system is ablaze with passion and emotional intensity. His body is attempting to absorb every nuance of you. The curve of your lips, the texture of your voice, the spark in your gaze. Jung believed the eyes were gateways where the conscious and unconscious exchange secrets. Science has caught up, showing that pupil dilation correlates directly to sexual attraction and heightened emotional states. One of my clients, Samantha, noticed it in a man she'd been convinced saw her as just a friend. One evening, as he leaned in to say hello, she glimpsed his pupils expand, as if trying to swallow her whole. 3 weeks later, they were confessing mutual love under the stars. Look into his eyes when he greets you. If they widen, even by a sliver, You're staring at the silent confession of his soul. The fourth secret sign is voice modulation. Listen carefully to his first word when he greets you. Is it deeper, softer, more resonant than usual? When a man desires a woman, testosterone surges through his system, lowering the pitch of his voice. A deeper voice signals strength, protection, and virility, a genetic echo from our primal ancestors. But there's another layer. When he truly feels something profound, the edges of his voice soften, as if he's whispering secrets meant only for you. It's the paradox of masculine vulnerability. A man who loves you doesn't just drop his voice to sound manly, he lets warmth seep into his tone, revealing a tenderness he guards from the world. My client Olivia spent months convinced a coworker was indifferent. But one day, during a simple greeting, she heard his voice slip into a lower, velvety register as he said, "Hey, how's your day?" She felt chills race over her arms. 2 months later, they were planning their future together. Your ears must become instruments of intuition. A single syllable can reveal the earthquake trembling beneath his calm exterior. Listen for the music of his soul hidden inside his hello. The fifth secret sign is subtle touches. When a man's heart burns for you, his body begins to crave contact, even in the smallest, most seemingly innocent ways. A brief brush of his fingertips against yours. A palm resting for one heartbeat longer on your shoulder. A friendly tap on your arm as he laughs. These gestures are not random. They are driven by the molecule oxytocin, the so-called bonding hormone, which surges in moments of physical closeness and emotional intimacy. Oxytocin whispers to the male brain, touch her. Connect with her. Feel her warmth. It's a primal imperative older than speech. Even the lightest contact releases a cascade of neurochemicals, deepening trust, forging invisible cords of attachment. Carl Jung wrote that our unconscious often speaks in symbols, and touch is one of its oldest languages. A man's fingertips may say what his words cannot. I want to feel closer to you. I want to know your essence. My client Hannah believed her friend Mark saw her as one of the guys. But she began noticing how he'd linger just a second longer during hugs, how his hand brushed hers while handing her a coffee cup. She finally recognized these were not accidents. They were soul signals. Today they're engaged, bound by a love that began with the softest of touches. So pay exquisite attention to how he greets you. In that moment, even a half-second of contact might be his unconscious reaching out to bridge the space between your two souls. The sixth secret sign is synchronized breathing. Breath is life. Breath is spirit. In every mystical tradition, from ancient yogic practices to Native American rituals, breath is seen as the sacred bridge between body and soul. Modern science now confirms this wisdom. When two people are deeply connected, their breathing patterns subconsciously fall into rhythm. Their bodies quite literally begin to move as one. When a man greets you, and his chest rises and falls in quiet harmony with yours, it's no accident. His autonomic nervous system has tuned itself to your presence. It's as if his entire being is leaning forward whispering, I belong to you. Jung believed in the concept of unus mundus, the one world, a hidden unity beneath all things. When your breaths synchronize, it's a glimpse into this hidden oneness, a fleeting moment where two separate souls become a single field of energy. I recall my client Vanessa, who told me about a man she saw only as a casual acquaintance. One evening, as they stood chatting at a party, she noticed they were exhaling and inhaling together, as if led by a silent conductor. A month later, he confessed he'd been secretly in love with her for years. So the next time you greet him, tune into your own breath. Is his breath matching yours, as if you share the same invisible tide? If so, you're witnessing the body's silent vow of unity. The seventh and deepest secret sign is soul recognition. This is the sign few people dare to name, the sign beyond science, where spirit breathes into matter. It happens in a single glance, a glance that feels electric, charged with an ancient familiarity, as though you're staring across the borders of time itself. Carl Jung spoke of synchronicity, moments when the universe seems to orchestrate reality to reveal hidden truths. In the greeting of a man who truly loves you, this synchronicity comes alive. His gaze carries a soft trembling, a vulnerability so pure that all masks fall away. In that look, you see not just the man before you, but the echoes of every lifetime you may have shared. Science tries to explain this with the limbic brain, with mirror neurons, with hormonal cascades. But no scan can fully capture the knowing that blooms in your chest when his eyes lock onto yours and you both recognize something wordless, something eternal. My client Gabrielle was a skeptic. She didn't believe in soulmates. But then, one day, a man she barely knew greeted her at a conference. In the split second their eyes met, she felt a shimmer in her solar plexus, as if lightning had kissed her ribcage. 2 years later, they were married, and she says she's never felt more seen. When a man greets you and for an instant, you feel as if the world disappears. When silence roars louder than any words, that is soul recognition. It's the whisper of destiny, the hush of fate breathing your name. It's the place where masculine and feminine energies merge, where Jung's alchemical conjunction, the sacred union, begins to unfold. So look deeply when he greets you, for in his eyes you may see the reflection of your own soul, reaching out, asking to be claimed. Each of these 7 signs is more than biology. They are the fingerprints of archetypal forces moving through us. The energies Carl Jung spent a lifetime trying to map. He believed that deep within the collective unconscious lives the archetype of the lover, a timeless pattern that knows how to seek, to merge, to recognize its other half. When a man greets you and reveals these signals, he is embodying that ancient lover archetype. His gestures, his breath, his eyes, they become sacred rituals, echoing through millennia of human courtship. And in that fleeting moment, you are not simply 2 individuals exchanging pleasantries. You are participants in an ancient drama, an alchemical dance where masculine and feminine energies swirl together, seeking union and transcendence. The Greeks called it kairos, the divine moment when time cracks open and eternity pours through. Jung called it the conjunction, the sacred merging of opposites, creating something far greater than the sum of its parts. This greeting, this simple hello, is a cosmic doorway, a moment of pure possibility, where 2 souls might finally recognize each other as destined partners in the great story of life. I want to tell you about Helena, a woman who sat across from me, tears in her eyes, certain she would never love again. She was 42, a senior executive, fierce and brilliant. Yet inside she felt empty after a devastating divorce that had left her doubting her intuition and the existence of real love. For years she moved through life on autopilot, convinced the best was behind her. Then she learned these 7 signs. She began to watch the way men greeted her. Not their words, but the spaces between words. Not their smiles, but the hidden tremors in their bodies. One morning at a leadership conference, she noticed a colleague named Daniel. She'd always thought of him as polite but distant. But when he approached her, she caught it. The micro-hesitation. The soft tremor in his voice. The way his eyes seemed to widen as though drinking her in. She felt a warmth blooming in her chest she hadn't felt in years. Instead of dismissing it, she leaned into her newfound awareness. She mirrored his subtle gestures. She allowed silence to stretch between their words, creating a sacred space. Within weeks, Daniel confessed he'd been drawn to her for years, but never dared act. Today, Helena glows with a light I can only describe as transcendent. She told me, "I didn't just find a man. I found my soul's missing music." And it all began in a single greeting. I want you to have what Helena has. To unlock this hidden world, you must become what I call consciously receptive. The next time you know you'll see the man who stirs your heart, even if you're unsure of his feelings, try this. First, as you're approaching him, breathe deeply. Feel your lungs expand like wings, grounding you in the present moment. Let your awareness drop into your body, your chest, your belly, your feet on the earth. This anchors you into your feminine power. Second, as you greet him, keep your gaze soft but steady. Let your eyes say, "I see you." Allow him to feel that you are open, aware, and witnessing his soul. Third, notice the sensations in your own body. Does your skin prickle? Does warmth pool in your solar plexus? Your body is a tuning fork for truth. Trust its subtle signals. Finally, in the quiet space after hello, silently say in your mind, "I see your soul." I honor what you feel, even if you can't say it yet. This silent acknowledgement creates an invisible bridge of energy between you. It's not manipulation, it's pure presence. It's your birthright as a woman to ancient wisdom. Practice this, and you will begin to see the invisible currents of love swirling all around you. Now, my beautiful seeker of truth, I invite you to take a powerful step. Type the word awakened into the comments below, followed by the one sign that surprised you the most today. Declare it not only to me, but to the universe. Let it be your vow that you are stepping into your intuitive power, ready to read the silent language that reveals a man's hidden devotion. Know this: you are worthy of seeing the truth. You are worthy of love that vibrates at the highest frequency. And you are worthy of the cosmic dance where souls recognize each other across lifetimes. Don't let these secrets slip away. In my next video, I will show you how to draw him closer, how to speak directly to his unconscious desires, and how to become the magnetic force that love cannot resist. Type awakened now, and let the dance begin.